When Vishatravari reached adulthood, Bhishma began searching for a suitable bride for him. During this time, the king of Kasi announced a grand swayamvara, a ceremony where his 3 daughters, Amba, Ambika, and Ambhalika, would choose their husbands. The princesses were renowned for their beauty and accomplishments, so princes from all over came to the event, dressed in their finest clothes and full of pomp and ceremony. Upon learning that Bhishma from the Bharata dynasty would be attending, many people started talking. Some wondered, what about his vow of lifelong celibacy, and why would an old man like Bhishma come? Others commented on Bhishma's reputation as a great warrior and speculated that he might have some hidden motives. The princesses paid little attention to the old warrior's presence. Normally, in a swayamvara, the choice of the princesses was what mattered. However, in the Kshatriya tradition of the time, a distinguished warrior of great valor had the right to claim the bride through a challenge of strength. This type of marriage was called Rakshasa, and it was considered a heroic way to win a bride. Despite its acceptance, it was a rare occurrence because few warriors were brave enough to face the combined challenge of all the other princes competing for the bride. Bhishma decided to take the daring route and openly challenged all the princes to a duel. None of the princes had the courage to face the seasoned warrior. So, Bhishma took the 3 princesses and placed them in his chariot. He then declared to everyone that he was bringing them to be married to his brother Vichitravirya. As Bhishma was on his way with the princesses, he was suddenly attacked by Salva, the king of Saubala, who was deeply in love with Amba. After a fierce battle, Bhishma defeated Salva but spared his life at the princess's request. While preparations for the wedding were underway, Amba approached Bhishma and said, "O noble warrior of the Bharata clan, I was in love with Salva. I would have chosen him as my husband at the Swayamvara if you hadn't intervened. You are known for your wisdom and honor. Please consider what is the right thing to do in this situation." While preparations for the wedding were underway, Amba approached Bhishma and said, "O noble warrior of the Bharata clan, I was in love with Salva. I would have chosen him as my husband at the Swayamvara if you hadn't intervened. You are known for your wisdom and honor. Please consider what is the right thing to do in this situation." Bhishma quickly sent Amba to King Salva with a proper escort. Amba was overjoyed and recounted the entire story to Salva. However, Salva was not pleased. He told her, "My dear Amba, I would have been thrilled if you had chosen me at the Swayamvara. But fate had other plans. I can't accept you as a gift from Bhishma, who defeated me in battle and humiliated me. By sending you to me, Bhishma has only added insult to injury. Go back to Bhishma, who has won you through his bravery." Amba returned to Bhishma and agreed to marry Vichitravirya as originally planned. Bhishma asked Vichitravirya to marry Amba, but Vichitravirya refused, apologizing to his respected brother. He couldn't marry a woman who was emotionally committed to someone else. Bhishma, feeling sorry for Amba, conveyed his sympathy to her. Amba found herself in a dire predicament. She turned to Bhishma and said, "Great warrior of Bharatavarsha, you have won me through your bravery, so you have the greatest right to me. As a true Kshatriya, it is your duty to marry me. There is no other option." Bhishma dismissed her request with disdain and advised her to try her luck with Salva again. Amba stayed in Hastinapura for a while, and in her desperation, she went back to Salva. But Salva stuck to his previous refusal and turned her away once more. Despite her beauty and achievements, Amba felt her life was in ruins and blamed Bhishma for her suffering. Determined to take revenge, she sought out many warriors across Bharatavarsha to fight Bhishma, but none were willing to challenge him. Finally, she devoted herself to a severe penance in honor of Lord Subramanya. The god appeared to her and gave her a special garland. Whoever wore this garland would become a sworn enemy of Bhishma. Amba went to King Drupada, who was known to be the traditional enemy of the Kauravas, and offered him the garland. However, he refused it. Amba left the garland at the gate of the royal fort and went into the forest, where she met some ascetics. They advised her to seek help from Parasurama. Amba approached Parasurama and told him her tragic story. Parasurama agreed to help her and offered to ask Salva to marry her, but Amba insisted that Bhishma needed to be punished. Moved by her plight and eager to challenge the greatest Kshatriya warrior of the time, Parasurama agreed to take up her cause. He sent an ultimatum to Bhishma, demanding either that Bhishma marry Amba or come to Kurukshetra for a duel. Bhishma accepted the challenge, and the epic battle took place at the sacred site of Syamanta. The fight was a grand display of skill between two legendary warriors, with both sides using their most powerful weapons. The clash attracted many spectators, both earthly and divine. Despite their best efforts, neither Bhishma nor Parasurama could claim a decisive victory, and the battle ended in a draw.